All right, yeah, shalom, Israel. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Of course, whoever, go on and mute your mic out, young Messiah. But we in the building. Shabbat lesson for according to Esau's calendar, October 17, 2015. Got brother Rataziah on the line, Jehu, Messiah. We all in the building. Founding fathers. Go on and mute your thing out.
All right, I'm trying.
Rataziah.
I'm trying.
Messiah.
Oh, here we
Hold on, baby. All right. We got Brother Ratazai about to bring a lesson, something edifying for this day and time. We're about to get acclimated with the date and get on with the lesson. I'm about to bring Brother Ratazai to the forefront. Going to let him know what time it is, brother man. Shalom to you.
Shalom, Ak. Today we're in the 5th day of the 8th month, according to the true calendar of the Most High. And we give him all honors for calibrating us and letting us in these last days on more and more true information, so that we'll be able to better navigate these last days. Can everybody hear me all right?
Yeah, you're on.
All right. Now, are you gonna read Tazamat? Or is anybody gonna be available to read?
Just pick either or, so it don't matter.
Okay. Well, it's an honor to be here in front of Israelites worldwide and those who are examining the faith and trying to see what we all about. We're all about keeping the commandments. We're all about the Bible. We love the Most High. We love our neighbor. We love ourselves. And that is a perfect segue what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be examining what is called the commandments. A lot of people throw around the word, you need to keep the law, you need to keep the commandments. We're going to actually examine what are the commandments. It's like if somebody told you you ought to eat spaghetti, and you don't know what spaghetti is, then it's just words. Today we're going to actually go into the ingredients of what the commandments are, who they were given to, what their purpose is, and what is the use of keeping them. Okay? So we'll hop right into it. Got a lot of precepts, so if you're taking notes, we'll go slow enough to where you can take notes and follow along. And may the Most High bless you through this lesson. First of all, can somebody who has the Apocrypha get me Sirach, the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 12 and verse 6. Sirach 12 and 6, if you're keeping notes. It's Sirach 12 and 6. Let me know if I need to get that myself. I don't know. I haven't heard anybody.
Well, I think go ahead and read it.
Okay, no problem. Sirach 12 and 6 says, and while I'm getting that Sirach 12 and 6, one of you guys go to 1 John 3 and 4 real quick. So hold that. So we'll be already there and we can move along a little faster. So we got a lot of precepts. Probably have to split it in the part.
Hello? Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Look, let me see if I could go in and out of that and just Is it a lot of noise back there?
No, we on live, we on live,
That,
worldwide.
yeah, I understand. That's what I'm saying. Is it a lot of noise back there?
No, you're
And
coming
you,
in clear.
okay, cool. Sirach 12:6. For the Most High hated sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
Mm. So it tells you in the scriptures that the Most High hates sinners. That's if you love the Most High. That should be a scripture right there that would make you think. What is sin? Am I a sinner? Because I don't want the Most High to hate me. So, with that, let's go and get a definition. Since we know the Most High hates sinners, let's get a biblical definition of what sin is. Give me 1 John 3 and 4 in the New Testament. 1 John 3 and 4.
Uh,
1 John chapter 3 and verse 4.
It says, 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
Right. So, there's a association between sin and the law. As a matter of fact, if sin is transgressing the law, then sin, you are a sinner if you commit acts that are contrary to what is written in the law. For instance, very simple. If the law says don't eat pork and you eat pork, you are a sinner.
Your mic. Your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you gotta stay in one place possibly.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, perfect.
So, if I'll use that example again. If sin is a transgression of the law, and we'll use a simple example. If the law says don't eat pork, and you eat pork, you are a sinner. It also tells you that the Most High hates sinners. There should be a sense of urgency in keeping up with what is the law. Am I following it? Because I don't want the Most High to hate me. Just on a very basic level. Just like we want our Father on an earthly level to be pleased with us. We want to please them. We want to make our parents happy. That's the same relationship we have with the Father. We don't want the Father to hate us. So we try to study what his instructions, aka the law or the commandments, so that he won't hate us, so he'll love us. With his love comes certain perks and rewards like protection. We learned last week that the Most High said, I know those who sin and keep not my commandments, I will not protect you. I will deliver you up to death and destruction. So we don't want that on a very elementary level.
Brother Nasiah, hey, mute your mic, cause you're getting a lot of
Yeah, that's what I was
noise.
asking.
Yeah, mute your mic, Brother Nasiah. Mute your mic.
Okay, so let's turn to the book of Hebrews, chapter 10. And we're going to read Hebrews 10:23 through 28. Hebrews 10:23 through 28. That's in the New Testament, the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 23 through 28. You can unmute when you get there and bring that out. Hebrews 10:23 through 28. Okay, since I'm there, I'll go ahead and read that if nobody's there yet. It says, Hebrews chapter 10, verse 23 says, "Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses." So we're painting a picture here of how serious it is that we keep the Most High's commandments or his instructions. There's also another precept that says the commandments are life and sin is death. The wages of sin is death. So if someone told you that you're going to do a certain thing that's going to cause you to die, or you can do something else that's going to cause you to live, the logical thing to do would be to do the thing that's going to cause you to live. Just like when you go to a doctor and he says, "Hey, don't do this because you have a weak heart," and the doctor says, "I don't want you to go and be on the sidelines coaching because your heart can't handle that." You're probably going to take the week off of coaching because you don't want to die. That is exactly how urgent it is that when you know to do right, that you start to do right according to the law. Anybody have anything on that before we move forward? Okay. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 4. Let's read verse 1 through 7. Proverbs, chapter 4, 1 through 7. If somebody could bring that out for me. Proverbs 4, 1 through 7.
He ye children, the instruction of a father, attend to know understanding. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also, and said unto me, Let thy heart retain my words, keep my commandments, and live. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting get understanding.
Right. So one key passage in that precept that the brother got was, it said, "Keep my commandments and live." Very crucial. Keep my command. Now this is coming from the creator of heaven and earth, the person who formed man from the dust of the ground, the one who knows everything. And don't forget, he's a man of war. And he's also described as a terrible God. He says it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of an angry God. So when you don't follow his instructions, and I like to break it down to the dietary law because that is the central thing, physical, and it's very simple to grasp. If he's telling you, I created you and I created everything around you, so I know what type of food you should put in your body, then it is a imperative thing for your health in your life that you put those things in your body that your creator, your manufacturer told you to put in your body. It's very crucial. Now, if you go outside of that and your body breaks down, that is what is called sin. You're transgressing your instructions. Okay? And with sin comes consequences. Let's go to Psalms chapter 119. Psalms 119, I want you to read verse 100 through 104. Psalms 119, 100 through 104. Not too far from where we were. Psalms chapter 119, if you're keeping notes, verses 100 through 104.
That Psalms 119, 100 to 104, right?
Mm-hmm.
I understand more than the ancients, because I keep thy precepts. I have refrained from my feet from every evil way, that I might keep thy word. I have not departed from thy judgments, for thou hast, hast taught me. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way.
Right. So if you want to truly understand how you're supposed to live this life and please the Most High, you have to learn the precepts or the word of the Most High. It says in 101, I have refrained my feet from every evil way that I may keep thy word. Meaning that if you don't keep the word, the opposite of that is operating in an evil way. Here's the trick. A lot of things that one may do in this paradigm in Babylon, or even outside of the kingdom or outside of a biblical governmental structure, you may do certain things that you may think are not hurting anyone else. They don't bother anybody else. They may seem like just regular activities, but they can be contrary to the Most High's commandments. So you really don't know that you're sinning unless you study what is right and what is wrong according to the Bible. Um, there's a lot of things that you may think is very innocent. Hey, I'm not bothering anybody, but you could be breaking the Most High's commandments. That's why we have to sit here and learn what his precepts are. It says, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, rightfully dividing the word of truth. A workman needeth not be ashamed. Because what can happen is, if you don't study, you may do something that brings shame onto yourself unknowingly. And you're going to not have the Most High's protection in your day-to-day walk. That's why we must do our best to follow this law. This is a very basic lesson. A lot of you may already know and have good study habits and may know what the law is. But there's a lot of us who hear, hey, we may come out of the church or things and they say, hey, you don't have to keep those commandments. Those things are old, they're done away with. And then you may be just waking up and you might be inquisitive on knowing more about the Bible. And the Bible basically is about the Most High's instructions given to the Most High's people so that eventually the Most High's people living with his instructions can live in their